We're watching films on the toilet, because that's what dads have to do. When the movie's unsuitable for your kids, then pretend you need a number two. If you need a break from your family or spouse, there's a lavatorial picture house. Watch Terminator 2 while you're sitting on the loo. Enjoy the whole of Rambo 4 with your trousers on the floor. We're watching films on the toilet. How about you?
Obviously, the listeners won't be able to see this, but I'm sure they heard the last episode. The quality of your audio is now vastly superior to mine.
My voice in general is just more appropriate for this kind of broadcasting, isn't it? I would say.
I can't even argue. You do have a better voice than me for this. Yeah.
Oh no! I mean, that was very much a joke. I can't stand my voice.
I have like a dead voice. I find it very difficult to make myself sound lively.
But you have a very lively laugh.
So between the two of us, we have one lively personality. Yeah. I really wish I could do that high energy thing. I just can't, and I often feel a bit guilty when I see other people playing with their children. Like, yeah. Come on, let's be mad! Ha ha! Yeah. I'm the king now. And I just think, never do that.
Oh, that playing though. I'm not very good at playing. Don't you play pirates? No, because I have to pretend to be a pirate.
My hope is that my daughter already has a really good sense of humour, and she's able to make me laugh on purpose.
Yeah, and that's it. You've ticked off parenthood right there.
Well, what I'm hoping now is that I'll come into my own when they don't really want to play, but we can sort of have funny conversations.
Yeah.
And then those smug, dumbass parents who acting like idiots all of a sudden become super uncool because they're not funny. They can't actually tell and make funny jokes in front of their children.
That's it. It'll end.
They'll be going, oh, I'm a spoon. Oh, are you a pudding? No,
Dad, I've got to go to work. Just stop lying on the floor pretending to be a spoon. And please, can I just get my Oyster card and go to work? Good. All right. Okay. I had to start with a sound, didn't I?
Yeah, that is your wheelhouse, as they say.
Welcome to Watching Films on the Toilet.
Hello.
Oh, I like saying that.
Do you?
Yeah, just, it's a new episode. We are still doing it. It's a good thing.
Did you think we would go for a year?
I don't think anyone expected us to be doing it for this long.
Least of all the loan sharks who have been bankrolling this operation.
Yeah, that's right.
We're basically in hock to some connected guys.
It's the lifestyle of a podcaster. Like when you become a podcaster, you got to get the podcaster car. You got to get the podcaster wife. You got to get
the
podcaster wife. I don't know what that is. You got to pay for the podcaster parties.
Everything changes.
It does.
I for example upgraded from Honey Hoops, the Morrison's own brand cereal, to Cheerios.
To actual Cheerios.
I can't go back now.
And we both bought those little gold toe rings, didn't we? With the diamonds in to celebrate.
That's right.
The little toe rings.
They're matching. We got them inscribed, didn't we?
We did. That's right. On the inside.
Yeah. Go f yourself. I don't know why we chose that.
Yeah,
it's really inappropriate.
I don't know why, but it works. And when we go to the pool, when we go on our podcaster holidays, podcaster halves.
Yeah.
Like podcaster halves. And we take off our shoes and our gold toe rings are glistening in the sunshine. Everyone's like, whoa, okay, ooh. These guys are in debt. That's what they say.
Yeah, they do, and they go like, how many listeners do you have?
Yeah.
And we'll sort of look at each other knowingly and we'll be like, let's just say it's more than 20.
And then we'll just do a massive cannonball into the pool. Let's just say it's more than 20, mate. Cannonball! What is this podcast about? It doesn't matter really, does it?
No.
The main thing is, we've got the Ferrari, we've got the house, we've got...
the podcaster wife.
We've got the...
Okay, so I suppose we should outline the premise of this podcast, which is
go on then.
Two middle-aged dads who like watching films, most often kind of 18-rated action movies.
Yeah.
obviously can't watch them with our young children because it would scar them. So instead we lock ourselves in the toilet and watch them in chunked down pieces. Even with the dodgiest of tums, no one's going to let you stay in the toilet for 2 hours. It just doesn't happen.
It's too long, isn't it? If you're on your own in the house, go to town. But with company, it doesn't really work.
Yeah, but if you were on your own in the house, you'd probably just watch the film in the living room, wouldn't you?
No, not me.
You'd go to the toilet.
Definitely, because I'm committed.
Yeah, you're very gonzo in that respect, aren't you?
I am.
To it's not enough just doing a podcast. You need to live that lifestyle as well.
Yeah, if I was an actor, I would be full method.
That is your rapper name, isn't it? Full Method.
Full Method. You know, that's a pretty good name. Do you remember Big Turkey Neck?
Yeah, he was a thing.
He was a thing, wasn't he? I found his rap lyrics, didn't I?
I'd love to hear from him again.
And what was his friend called?
Keith Davis.
Keith Davis, that's right. Keith Davis and Big Turkey Neck. Oh, forgot about them. Wow, we really have covered a lot of ground, haven't we? And a lot of debt. Yeah.
Okay. So what are we watching this week, Ben?
This week, Eamon, very excited. I've wanted to see this film for an awfully long time. It is The Batman, which has come out well recently. Directed by Matt Reeves. Bobby Pattinson as the Batman. And yeah, we're going to be talking about that later.
Sounds good.
Expect some spoilers. But before we get into that, we have a little bit of correspondence.
Okay.
A voice note, which I'll play. You ready?
Yeah, okay.
Hey, here it is.
Hey there, it's me, Batman. Not the Batman, the Batman. Not just Christian Bale Batman, all of the Batmen. Michael Keaton Batman. You want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts. Val Kilmer Batman. It's the car, right? Chicks love the car. George Clooney Batman. This is why Superman works alone. And the new Batman. Something in the way. In fact, I'm not just Batman. I'm Iron Man. I love you 3000. Black Panther. Avon Bay. Luke Skywalker. But I was going to Toshi Station to pick up some power converters. And Dominic Toretto. I live my life a quarter mile at a time. So make sure you don't forget about me when you're watching the new Batman movie. Because I am everywhere.
Woo!
Wow, that was really intense.
It was intense, wasn't it?
It really was.
Yeah, it was intense.
I mean, it's a beautiful voice, isn't it? I'd say the best Batman voice.
It's a very soothing voice. You know how a lot of people will play white noise or like forest sounds to get to sleep. Do you think anyone plays the clips of Christian Bale's Batman voice?
What I'd hope he's done is some kind of app where you can listen to it as you're going to sleep.
I hope so.
Where he's sort of going like, you're in a crystal pool.
Yeah.
The water is lapping at your feet. Your eyelids are getting heavy. I can't do it.
I'm trying to think. Feel the energy wash over you as you relax your body. Let your whole body... Oh, I can't think of anything, Eamon. Your eyelids are feeling heavy and your hands are beginning to fast. No, I can't.
To fast? That's
do it.
amazing. Yeah, you can't do it, can you?
No, I can't. I can't do the impression and make something up at the same time.
We have very much fallen into a producer-talent dynamic, haven't we?
Yeah, very much so. They're holding it, like you're basically an auto cue for me, aren't you?
Yeah, essentially, if this was to make it as a TV show, it would be you, and I would be talking to you via an earpiece.
How much more money do you think we could get out of those loan sharks? Do you think we could set up a TV show?
I don't see why not.
Should we do it?
I think everyone does it these days, don't they?
Could sell our toe rings.
Oh,
No, sorry.
I'm not sure about that.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry I said that.
Remember the code, the podcaster's code.
Sorry, mate.
Yeah.
That was below the belt.
It was.
It was right below the belt on the foot.
Very good.
Thank you. See, when I'm not doing the impressions...
Is that it? You can either do an impression or think of funny stuff. You can't do both.
Yeah, I can't do both of those things.
Is that why no impressionists are funny? I always feel slightly awkward when I see an impressionist on a panel show.
Yeah.
Because there's always this moment where they'll be like, Rory Bremner, what would John Major have to say about this?
Yeah.
He's incapable of making a funny joke in and of itself, so he has to sort of pretend to be someone else.
He does, and if you took the impression away from the joke,
It just wouldn't be funny.
wouldn't be funny, would it? It's a hard game. I tip my hat to impressionists.
Is it too extreme to say that all impressionists should be murdered?
I mean, it's a slight jump, but Eamon, you know, I give you free rein.
You wouldn't. I mean, let's not take it out the mix just yet.
I don't really know where to go with that.
Yeah, you can't really go beyond that, can you?
No,
it's pretty final.
You know that improvisational thing where you're not meant to say no.
Yeah,
I think you've done the equivalent of that.
I did a load of improv classes, and I worked my socks off just to try and get to a murder as quickly as possible.
That was it. It was like someone would say, "Oh, hi, is the coffee shop open?" And you'd say, "No, someone was murdered inside." You can't really go anywhere from that, can you?
That's it.
No,
yeah,
it's good.
Someone would be like, are you my blind date? And I'd be like, no, I'm an off-duty policeman looking for a murderer.
Yeah, again, where do you go from there?
Just like impressions, improv isn't funny. So there we go.
Oh, Eamon.
So I don't have any correspondence, but I do have a bit of news.
Okay, toilet news.
Not toilet news. This is news about our podcasting nemesis, Josh Widdicombe and Rob Beckett.
Oh, okay.
So obviously they have launched a rival podcast it's about parenting. Ours is tangentially about parenting. Theirs is about parenting.
Did their podcast come after ours?
I'm not sure.
Was it meant to rival ours? Probably.
Yeah. But obviously it's a million times more successful.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Just to like rub it into our faces, they've announced an arena tour of the podcast.
Oh, come
where
on.
they're going to do it in the Manchester Arena and the O2 in London, which is
the
if you've not been there,
O2
it's
Arena.
Gigantic. A podcast. Can you imagine a podcast in the O2? I mean, it's ridiculous.
It is. It's a bit weird, isn't it? It's not really much of a stage show.
I always think of podcasts as quite intimate.
Yes.
Whereas they're obviously putting it on the biggest stage they possibly have.
And I'm assuming, their show is going to be largely scripted.
Well, yeah, they have actually already recorded one.
Yeah.
And I snuck in and recorded some choice cuts.
Oh, right. Okay.
So here we go.
All right. Here it is.
Is it just me? Or is it so annoying when your baby does a poo in its nappy? The poo stinks. It's horrible. Thanks a lot, baby.
I was trying to watch the Grand Prix the other day and the baby was crying, so I punched him. We've all done it.
Isn't being a parent tiring? I used to have more energy when I wasn't a parent.
We've all done it. You're driving along and your kid's kicking the back of your seat, so you drive into a canal on purpose. We've all done it.
And don't you hate it when you're trying to get to sleep and the baby cries? I like having a sleep. If the baby's crying, then I can't have a sleep. For goodness sake.
You spend ages making your kid a nice dinner and he won't eat it, so you waterboard him till he eats it. We've all done it.
The other day I was giving the baby a bottle feed and she puked down my back. I looked like a right idiot.
Oh, it is observational comedy at its best, isn't it?
I mean, I know we see them as big rivals, but you have to take your hat off to that kind of material, don't you? It's so real.
It's just funny, isn't it? It's just funny.
Did you notice Rob Beckett's one seemed quite violent, didn't they?
He does seem like quite a violent man.
But he dresses it up in such a nice, cheeky, chappy manner that people kind of let it slide, don't they?
Well, yeah, he tries to make it relatable.
And that's the thing, we have all done those things, haven't we?
Well, yeah, we've all done it. We have all done it.
We have all done it.
Yeah, we've all done it. Good. Oh, well,
Okay.
okay. Well, that's good. It's good to know what they're up to. And
So keep an eye on those guys.
yeah. what about any toilet-related news, Eamon?
Of course, I've got that.
Oh,
Of course I have. So, woman claims she's found coolest toilet in Britain with mysterious big red button. So, Abby Hindle was visiting the Perch in the Park, Eastbourne, East Sussex, when she left the table for what she thought would be a routine bathroom visit. She got inside, she noticed a big red button by the side of the sink, which captured her curiosity and goaded her into pressing it, activating disco lights and groovy music inside the cubicle.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that is fancy.
She posted it on TikTok, and it's racked up 2.5 million views.
I don't think she deserves that much attention. It's not her toilet.
This sign they put above the button, it says, "Push it. What's the worst that can happen?"
But
So I was just wondering, what is the worst thing that could happen
in a toilet?
in the toilet? What's the worst thing that's happened to you in the toilet?
What's the worst that could happen? The cubicle could just get riddled with bullets.
Yeah, that is the worst thing.
Well, yeah. Oh, I'm not sure. Maybe I'll give it a go. Yeah, that would be pretty bad.
That is the worst.
That would be bad. The worst thing that's happened to me in the toilet. I dropped my phone down the toilet. That was pretty annoying.
So they kind of fell in between your legs, I guess.
Oh, no, I was standing up.
You've checking your phone whilst you were doing a wee?
Yeah.
Pretty dexterous.
Free-handed.
Have you ever seen any of those old guys who'll stand at a urinal, get themselves prepared, and then put both their hands on their hips as they wee?
Yeah, that's it. That's the style. Or when little lads go to the toilet, they pull all their trousers down, don't they? A friend of mine used to do that in urinals just because he thought it was hilarious. He's
a grown-up?
Yeah, as a grown-up. He just let his whole trousers drop.
Yeah.
Which it was hilarious.
What did people do?
They were just they'd walk in, and no one would want to stand next to him.
No.
But it was funny. Oh, good news.
That's all the toilet news.
Okay. So, Eamon.
Yeah.
The Batman. How did you see the Batman?
Saw in the cinema with a bunch of other dorks.
Bunch of bat dorks. Were they all wearing Batman masks?
They're all wearing hoodies and slightly overweight, baggy clothes. You know the sorts.
The screen was completely full, but everyone came alone.
Yeah, 100%.
I also saw this film in the cinema, which is where you should watch it. What did you drink for me this week? So I can do the summer wee.
I read that Batman's drink of choice is ginger ale.
Oh, like the Bruce Wayne?
He drinks it to make it look like he's boozing. So he can play the role of the playboy whilst maintaining his cool head. So I drank a big glass of ginger ale. I also had a load of booze as well. Just stick it to Batman.
Oh.
Balance it out, yeah.
Just to balance it out. Okay, cool. So how long do I get for all the ginger ale and booze?
Oh, you got 54 seconds.
All right. That's not much time for this film.
Good luck.
So Robert Pattinson is a moody Batman in a moody Gotham City fighting moody crime. And there's the moody Riddler who's killing off bad cops and leaving clues that only Batman can solve, much to the amazement of his number one fan, Jim Gordon. As Batman uncovers the shocking truth about corruption in the city by deciphering a code about a rat. Oh, no, sorry, hang on. About a winged rat. Wait, no, it was about a pigeon. About a penguin. No, about a bat. Anyway, he bumps into Selena Kyle, aka Catwoman, who's working for the Penguin at his nightclub and happens to be the daughter of a bad gangster man, Falcone. Turns out Falcone had her close friend killed and was also responsible for the death of Batman's parents. What a coincidence. So Catwoman decides to kill him, but Batman stops her, and then he's shot anyway. Riddler turns himself in, and then some bombs go off and flood the city. Eek! But Batman manages to save everyone and realises he can do more to help people than just punching Batman in the face. Batman and Catwoman go their separate ways, and Riddler has a chat with the Joker. A Joker. One of the Jokers. The end. So how did I get on? Really quick, I imagine.
Yeah, with some judicious editing, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, a few stumbles there that you didn't hear, but that's okay.
Yeah. I suffer so you don't have to.
That's on your T-shirt, isn't it?
Yeah. It's on the tat that I've got in massive Gothic letters on my back.
That's right. It's when you were part of that LA gang.
Do you remember I was part of the Crips, wasn't I?
Was it the Crips or the Bloods?
I think I was a Crip. Pretty sure.
The Batman.
Oh, yeah.
Big movie.
Yes, it was a big movie.
It was very big. How did you find Bobby Patz?
I liked him as the Batman. Wasn't quite so keen on him as Bruce Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really buy the sort of emo kid Bruce Wayne. Thought his hair looked weird.
It's very dangly hair.
What did you think?
I like the fact that he wasn't particularly likable as Bruce Wayne.
Yes. Yeah, he really wasn't. Yeah.
I think the biggest... And I'll start by saying I liked it, but I didn't love it. And the biggest thing for me was the Bruce Wayne stuff, really. It didn't need to tie in Bruce Wayne's family particularly. They didn't need to blow up Alfred. I think him helping Selina and caring for her was enough.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the fact that Falcone killed his parents as well.
Mm-hmm.
It was just all too much. Also, I thought Commissioner Gordon and Alfred, they weren't developed as characters at all. We were meant to know who they were, kind of leaning on the mythology or the past portrayals of them. But what it meant was, I think, when Alfred was injured, it was like the idea of Alfred.
Yeah.
Rather than that character, who I didn't really care about.
I totally agree. And it's a shame because I think Jeffrey Wright is brilliant and he's a really well cast.
He just spent all his time going, so you're saying it was him? Are you telling me that this... It was like he was us asking all the dumb questions that the audience would. But I don't really know why he was totally into Batman.
Is it the idea that everyone else is so corrupt that he's the one person that he can trust?
I guess. I mean, you know, Batman's clearly very skilled and he's a great detective. But just one line, just to maybe say...
Hey, do you remember that time you did a sweet donut in the Batmobile?
Yeah, that would have been perfect. And he'd say, that wasn't a donut. Are you telling me that wasn't a donut? But then I liked all the detective stuff. I thought that was good. That was a side we haven't seen enough of in Batman. And that was cool.
Yes. In fact, I wish it was just that. I'm assuming that Seven was a big influence for this film.
The apartment scene was Seven.
The antagonist is very John Doe-like. Yeah, all his notebooks, constant raining, the purposefully left clues at the crime scenes. It was Seven.
It was.
But I know it was very welcome. I was glad that Batman was that dark. And as you said, I loved the detective element of it.
It was cool. It was just kind of weird to see him just standing at the crime scene with all the cops around, looking freaked out by him.
Did a great job of making you realise how ludicrous he looks.
Yeah.
When they're all just like, what?
It is a ridiculous situation, but he's really good at what he does. I heard that Matt Reeves, his influences, he claimed, were sort of 70s movies like Taxi Driver. But I felt it was more like an homage to those kind of late 90s, early 2000s neo-noirs like Seven, Bound, 8mm, which is kind of an odd reference point. Like, I don't think anyone's been begging for them to come back.
No. Joker was like those films.
Yes.
This was not like those films.
It wasn't. When those influences, it really didn't hide, to the point where I think it kind of took me out of the film. It was like, at one point, a guy was wearing a Saw rat trap. It's like, oh, Saw. And the Seven stuff was, oh, yeah, this is Seven.
Yeah.
And also, if you're going to do that hard-boiled thing, that kind of old school, the dialogue needs to really be tight.
And when you say hard-boiled, are you talking about eggs?
I'm talking about Werther's Original Sweets.
Yes.
It did have that kind of glossy Werther's feel, didn't it?
There's that weird scene with his granddad where they're fishing.
Yeah.
And I was like, this scene does not belong in this film.
It did come out of nowhere.
His granddad is there in his like fishing hat, little waistcoat thing.
Yeah.
Batman's there in a cape and like cowl.
Batman.
And I was just like, It's not right.
Come on, little Batman. Let's go fishing.
Oh, come on, old Batman. I'll take you fishing.
All right, Grandad Wayne. What are we going to catch today? Some pollock?
Yeah.
And Matt Reeves talked a lot about the Werther's aesthetic of the film, didn't he?
It's very wet, wasn't it, this film?
It was so wet, wasn't it? It was wetter than The Crow, I would say.
Wetter than Something Rude.
I liked that. I think the bit that excited me the most, and I know I've just laid into it, but I did enjoy a lot of it. The car.
Same.
The noise. I'm so
Yeah.
glad I saw that in the cinema. Just that. It was like,
Yeah.
whoa, okay. That was really good.
The sound design was incredible.
And then it sort of screamed, didn't it?
Yeah.
What did you think of the car chase?
It's interesting. It's part of a trend at the moment, and I noticed it in Interstellar and also First Man.
Okay.
We don't get wide shots anymore to give you a sense of perspective or geography.
In car chases?
Yeah, or planes or rockets
Yeah.
some cases. They have this camera mounted on the side
Yeah.
of the vehicle, and it gives you a brilliant sense of dynamic energy and momentum. But it's all about building a feel for it rather than helping you understand what's happening.
Yes. It's a bit like the Bourne fights, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was engaged during the car chase. I just kept on thinking, like, give me some more information so I can tell what's going on.
I think they just got away with it. Just because it was so,
Yeah.
with the rain, it was designed to throw you off, I think.
I liked the big crash. I thought that was really...
With Colin.
I think he was the best thing in the whole Ruddy film.
I agree. What a performance. He was completely unrecognisable.
Astonishing.
Yeah. And I thought Selena Kyle was great as well. I really liked her. I liked the character. I liked where she went with it.
Interesting with that. Now, as you know, I'm as old-fashioned as they get.
Oh my God. I mean, you always tell me off for not having two knives and forks next to each other.
I know. I hate all the woke liberals and their lies. But is it still acceptable now to have a female character who's spends her entire time in sort of purely sexy clothes?
Oh, do you not think that's okay?
Partly, I think, like, if I was going cat burgling, I wouldn't wear restrictive leather skin-tight
She's
garments.
Catwoman, though. She's Catwoman.
I would wear tracksuits.
Yeah. Selena Kyle in a sort of baggy tracksuit.
You want something that gives you like a range of motion. I've never worn, mercifully, a skin-tight leather outfit.
Yeah, but you've never been cat burgling.
Cat burglars, if any of you listening,
Yeah.
what are your garments of choice?
We will definitely get one to write in.
Fingers crossed, cat burglar will write in.
Yeah.
I suppose, were they motorcycle leathers? Is that what the thing was?
That's right. She was riding a bike. And in the club, she had to dress up to appeal to the gentleman clients, I suppose.
Yeah.
But you make a valid point. I really liked her. And I thought, actually, her story with her dad had much more of an emotional punch than Bruce Wayne's did.
I agree. Do you think part of that is because we've heard that bloody story so many times now, you don't care?
Yeah, and it wasn't really... I understand why they didn't dwell on it, but at the same time, if it's going to be kind of the crux of the twist, you do need to dwell on it a bit more. And that was why it was these things that it had borrowed that we were expected to know, but at the same time it was kind of trying to create a new universe, and I don't know if you can do those two things.
Do you think they need to sort of zhuzh it up? They need to give his parents' death shake it up, like a more theatrical feel?
Well, like, at the beginning of James and the Giant Peach, James Henry Trotter's parents are eaten by a rhino.
Yeah.
I think that would work.
That's good.
That would be good. They could be eaten by a rhino. Maybe
step on a landmine.
You think could? They could.
Yeah.
Be a thrilling. Maybe they're just not dead.
Yeah.
He just does it anyway.
Yeah. Maybe he's like, will you stop moping?
Yeah.
Do something with your f***ing life, Bruce.
Both my parents are dead.
We're not. We're right here.
No, you're dead.
Oh, what about cyanide capsules? That's a good one.
Yeah, they both do one of them at the beginning.
You know how spies used to hide them inside fake teeth?
That's right.
They sort of do that.
Yeah. They do. They shake they like... aren't they?
Yeah.
They like that.
That's right. Looking directly at Bruce. And then just collapse.
Yeah.
Also, I felt, maybe it's just because of the time that we live in, the idea of a decent billionaire is just laughable.
Yeah, that's true.
The reason people are billionaires is because they're selfish a-holes who have done terrible things.
Yeah.
There is no exception.
No.
There is no exception. They're all awful people. So it's laughable that someone would be like that.
Yeah. I guess, that's the next film, isn't it? He has to try and be a good billionaire.
It'd be good. Yeah, I'd like to see one where he's just like, they Mark Zuckerberg him and they just take him before Congress. Yeah. And it's just this really boring procedural. In clause 4, subsection B, that's just, are you on the right page? Okay, good. It's just be like that.
Have you seen Don't Look Up?
I have, yeah.
And Mark Rylance's performance in that. I think he could be Bruce Wayne.
That is a far more accurate billionaire than Bruce Wayne will ever be.
Yeah, so maybe he should be more like that.
With the crazy white teeth.
Yeah, with the teeth.
I do think this film was about an hour and 20 minutes too long.
It was very long, wasn't it?
I was really enjoying it up until about an hour and a half. Like, I really loved the procedural. I really liked a lot of the scenes. I liked the car chase. I liked that DA with the bomb.
Thought the opening with the shadows and not knowing which shadow he was going to come out of was brilliant.
All really good. But then it just kind of spiraled. It's like they kind of bottled it. They went, oh, this is too small scale. It can't just be about them solving this crime. Yeah. There has to be a global threat, which we have. And it's just, the thing with the dams and stuff, it was just totally unnecessary. And it was like...
That really came out of nowhere as well, didn't it?
It did, yeah, that's right. It didn't feel earned at all.
No.
If they just wrapped it up after they'd caught the Riddler, that would have been fine. It's like being served a delicious starter and main course, and then the waiter saying, and for dessert, here's a massive bowl of potatoes. So I don't need any more film, thank you. I'm done.
We're going to flood the restaurant with potatoes.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with a grounded, gritty, street-level detective movie. It doesn't have to keep it low-key. It's fine.
Quick question for you, Ben. Which Batman villain are you most like?
Probably Jim Carrey's Riddler.
Yeah, you are. That's a great answer.
Really annoying. Too much energy. And I've got a massive swollen face.
Yeah. Dumb face.
Yeah. I do that all the time, don't I?
Perfect, yeah.
What about you?
Well, I mean, it's obvious, but I am very funny, aren't I? So it probably would be Joker.
I thought I was going to say Bane. You wear like a breathing mask, don't you?
People don't know, because obviously this is a podcast. You can't see it, but I wear a mask with little pipes coming out of it.
You got all the pipes. That was your nickname at school, Pipes.
Pipes, yeah.
Oh, shh. All right, lads, it's Pipes.
It's Pipes.
Are you calling me Pipes?
Plus, you were huge as well, which was quite intimidating.
It was absolutely gigantic. It had a bald and also wrinkly head.
Yeah, it was weird.
I think I know the answer. Is it 54?
Put your hand up before you call out Pipes. Yeah.
Pipes, yeah, even the teachers called me Pipes. That's rude.
It's weird when teachers adopt the derogatory nickname, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's caught on when they do that.
Yeah, stop doing that face.
No, I think, Jim Carrey's Riddler for me.
No, that's the perfect answer.
Speaking of the Riddler, there's a moment in the film where the DA has to solve 3 riddles in 2 minutes. Mm-hmm. How do you fancy your chances, Eamonn?
I fancy him real good.
Okay, so I'm going to give you 3 riddles. Mm-hmm. You got 2 minutes to solve them.
Okay.
And if you don't, I'm going to kill you. Like, next time I see you, I'm going to kill you.
I like it. I like the stakes being high. Yeah.
Right, you ready?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, first one. I come in a lot of different sizes. Sometimes I drip a little. If you blow me, it feels really good. What am I?
Is that a nose?
It is a nose.
Oh.
Well done. Ticked off. Good. Okay, you're doing very well. I'm just going to drag the next one out because it might be too easy. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
What's long and hard when it's young and small and soft when it's old?
Candle?
Oh, it is a candle.
Hey.
Oh, You're on fire.
Yeah.
Like a candle.
Like a candle is.
Oh, I am like the Riddler, aren't I? Quite quick. Okay, you still got a minute and 20 seconds and you're doing quite well.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, these were a bit easier. Maybe 4 riddles in 2 minutes. Let's see, shall we? Okay. Arnold Schwarzenegger's is long. Donald Trump's is short. And Madonna doesn't have one. What is it?
Is it a second name?
It is a second name. Well done. Well done.
Amazing.
But much like the Riddler, I've always got a little trick up my sleeve.
Yeah.
So here's another one.
I'm going to keep on telling you riddles until we run out of time.
Until I get to kill you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Here's the last one.
Okay.
You ready? You got 30 seconds. After a train crashed, every single person died. Who survived?
Say it again.
After a train crashed, every single person died. Who survived?
Is it a person called who?
Nope. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, you're a dead man.
Dead man.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Who was
No, you're not a dead. You did solve the 3. I won't kill you.
Oh, thanks.
Well done. That last one was the couples. Every single person.
Oh.
It's clever, isn't it?
Bullshit one.
Oh, no. I think you'll find it's good.
I've got a riddle for you, Ben.
Okay.
I'm a stupid dumbass with red hair. My name is Ben, and I look like a twat. Who am I?
Oh, oh, God. Is it... is it Ben Shepherd with red hair?
It is Ben
Yes.
Shepherd when he dyed his hair red. Yes, well done.
Good one. That was good. That was
Yeah.
hard. It's really hard, actually.
Yeah.
So, it's time to find out whether we'd flush the Batman, much like Gotham City, it's flushed away, or if we'd fish it out and wear it on our chest in a bat-shaped symbol.
What would you do? Flush it or fish it?
I love Batman. I love the character Batman.
Yeah.
I love the Batman comics. And I was very excited. And I think it's a good film. Most of what I watched was just my anticipation getting in the way of me enjoying it. So I'm very keen to see it again. And I think there's enough in there to justify its goodness. I thought it opened very strong. I really liked the new characters. And I left maybe a little disappointed, but excited for where it's going to go next. So for those reasons, I would fish it out.
Very thoughtful answer there.
What about you, old pipes?
I felt really conflicted because I think the first 2/3 of the film was like a 4 out of 5 or a 5 out of 5. I really enjoyed it. I loved the soundtrack. I really liked the sound design. I thought it shot really well. I thought it looked great. But I think the ending really ruined it for me. I was just like, it just felt like it just took this crazy left turn. And we hadn't been building up to that in the film. Like The Dark Knight, there's this slow build. You know, the stakes get larger and larger and larger and larger until we have this big sort of standoff. And it didn't feel like everything felt street level. Yeah. And it really, really annoyed me. So I think I have to flush it.
Oh, man.
Might be because I was grumpy and really tired and wanted to go to bed. So I will watch it again. And if I change my mind, then I will go down into the sewer, find this film and drag it out.
And strap it to your chest.
Strap it to my chest, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's fair. I wasn't as disappointed as you were, but I understand where you're coming from. One thing we haven't mentioned, but that scene with Selena Kyle wearing the contact lens in the club, I really loved.
That was great.
I liked that we didn't know if Batman was just using her. We didn't know how much she knew, and we didn't quite know what she was going to find. I thought that was very strong.
It was brilliant. I think the only missed opportunity there is she didn't go into the toilets. I'd love to have seen what happened in the toilets.
Then the men's toilets?
Yes, the men's, yeah.
Good. All right, cool. So that was The Batman. Finally seen it. And now it's time for our top 5.
Yay.
And this week we are going to do our top 5 DC movies.
That's right.
Now, we talked a bit about this, didn't we? And it includes, it's not just the recent DC movies, it's all DC movies. We're going to guess each other's top 5 movies. We have 3 guesses. Whoever gets the most right gets to choose next week's film. And whoever loses gets to do a forfeit. I I think I lost last week, didn't I?
You did, so you go
So-
first.
I'll go first. So, my first guess for you is A History of Violence.
Yes.
Yes.
Very good. Very
Yes. It's a good movie.
good. I like it where he gets that big thing of coffee and someone gets smashed in the face with it.
Yeah.
And he goes-
it's a grisly film.
Yeah. He goes, how's that for a hot drink? I don't think he says that.
Yeah.
And he's not Plymothian either.
Oh, is that for hot drink, you dickhead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's super violent. It's super
It
violent,
is.
that film.
It's very violent.
Great.
Oh, no, good choice, for real.
Oh, bravo. I, for you, will say Shazam.
No.
Huh.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. So my second guess. Well, this is a duplicate. The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
It's
Gotta
obvious,
be.
isn't it?
Gotta be,
It's
isn't it?
obvious. It's a great film.
Okay, right, my turn.
Your turn.
Got to get this. I'm going to say 1989 Batman.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. It's got to be on the list. It's
I
got
know
to be
you
on
like
the
that
list.
one.
I was saying to my children that because they were really disappointed that they couldn't see this Batman film.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 15. So I was saying that when I was Batman 1989, I was 8 years old, and it was a 12. And back then you had to be 12. It wasn't an advisory certificate.
Yeah.
But my mum and dad managed to sneak me in.
You went in, didn't you, in that sort of classic ruse where you sat on your mum's shoulders
Yes,
and wore a really long coat with a trilby
that's right.
on top.
And they put a little fake stash on me.
Yeah. So you were this gigantic, like 9-foot
Yeah.
man with a tiny head and moustache. And they still let you in.
One for Batman, please. That's right. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
They
But
did-
it worked though.
Didn't question it.
I had all the. Do you remember collecting the cards?
Vaguely. I didn't collect them, but I remember people in my class had them.
They were great. I had them, and you had the chewing gum in them. That was awful chewing gum.
I remember if you had Kim Basinger card, everyone's like, oh, she's really hot. And then
Yeah.
I remember someone had the Jerry Hall card, and they were like, ugh, she's gross. I was like, she's a supermodel.
Yeah.
But obviously, going along with like peer pressure, I was like, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
she's really gross.
Why they put there in the film? She's ugly.
I know, it's so weird. Righto. So if you get this, then you win.
Yeah, man. Okay, so all right, I'm gonna take a risk. Watchmen.
No.
I'm sure I thought I heard you mention that at some point.
It was the limited series that they did on HBO. It's brilliant.
Yeah, that's it. I threw that away, didn't I?
You really did. That was your chance.
But if you don't get this,
If I don't get this, then you have also won.
okay.
Double
Yeah.
Joker.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I really like it. Right. So now we go on doubles, don't we? So who's had the most doubles?
I said Joker.
I said The Dark Knight.
Oh. So we're going to have to decide this with scissors, paper, stone?
All right. It's scissors, paper, stone.
Yes.
Oh man, you always win scissors, paper, stone. How do we do it again? 1, 2, 3,
2,
bang.
3, go. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm good. All right.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Hold up your fist.
There it is.
1, 2,
2,
3, go. Boom.
Oh,
I'm a rock. You're the scissors.
That's because you waited for about a minute until I'd done mine.
What are you talking about? I beat you. I was always going to do rock. That was in my
Wow.
head. You didn't read my mind this time. But I've managed to beat you.
I know. I'm not happy about
How'd
that.
you
at all.
like that apple?
Don't like that apple at all. Yeah, it's a horrible apple.
So I am win. I am win.
I am win. Yeah.
I am win. Okay, so I am win. So Eamonn, your forfeit this week, since you are quite the problem solver, is to solve the Birch and Swinnerton-Dyer conjecture, which is an equation widely recognised as one of the most challenging mathematical problems in the world. So best of luck with that. You're very smart, so I'm sure it won't be a problem for you.
And Ben, you may be the win man this time.
Yeah.
But you were the lose man last time.
I was the lose, wasn't I?
So you had a forfeit, which was buying a Texan town.
I did, and this is what happened. Hi, I was wondering if I could speak to somebody about buying this town.
Well, ain't nobody else here but me, so I guess that'd be me.
Terrific. Yeah. Yeah. It's actually my friend Eamonn that wants to buy it. We have a podcast together. I don't. You might have heard it.
I very much doubt that.
Maybe you just don't remember. Anyway, how much do you think this place would cost? Ballpark.
Do you know anything about this place?
Very little, really. I was just looking at abandoned towns on the internet, and I like the look of this one. The weather's nice. It's very close to the border. I fancied a trip to Mexico.
Well, yep. The cartels were bringing drugs through here, and when the people of the town said they wouldn't stand for that no more, they cut them up and buried them in the walls of the church.
Oh. Are they still in there?
Police managed to salvage most of the body parts, except for the mayor's wife. They couldn't seem to locate her head.
Ah.
They say on the night of a new moon, you can hear her screaming, "Where's my body at? Where's my goddamn body at?"
Right. Nowadays,
Town's mostly used as a dumping ground for chemical companies who want to offload their toxic waste somewhere nobody will come looking.
well, sounds like it needs a bit of work, but I think Eamonn's looking for a project. So look, I've written down a number, so just take a look, see what you think.
Well, yep, it's mighty generous. I think we can come to some kind of arrangement.
Oh, terrific. That's great. I'll let Eamonn know. Do you still live here?
No, I just come down here most days,
Oh, okay.
looking for my wife's head.
Oh, good. Well, best of luck. And I'll be on my way.
Right. That was
Right then.
Interesting.
I know. Yeah. Lucky you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, that's it. We're finished.
That's it.
It's done.
That's it.
It's all over.
So the film for the next episode, initially I thought we should pick a proper classic because we haven't done one of those for a while. So, The Godfather's being re-released, or I know we both like Heat a lot.
Yeah.
But these films, you know where they're going to end up.
Yeah.
You know they're going to go straight in the tank.
Of course they are.
And then it popped into my head a film that we both haven't seen for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Could be good, might be trash.
Yeah.
Con Air.
Yes.
Came out in 1997, starred Nicolas Cage, and was directed by Simon West. So we're going to watch that.
Ah, that's interesting. I think I assumed that was old Michael because it's a Jerry Bruckheimer film. That's actually a real positive for it.
Yeah.
It's
It's
not a Michael Bay.
But yeah, not Michael Bay. So that'll be interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, should be fun.
Good choice.
All right, so that's the end.
Social media, it's awful, but also you have to look at it because we're on there.
Yeah, and you just have to look at it, don't you?
You have to, I'm afraid.
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
There you go.
Oh, and YouTube. We put this on YouTube. So please have a look at that. All right.
Okay.
Good. Thank you for listening. Take
Yeah.
care of yourself.
Keep flushing.
Bye.
Bye.